So why did I stop listening to like hip hop and not just hip hop, but just like lyrical music? I listen to certain lyrical songs, but I don't listen as much now to like other lyrical songs. Sometimes I'll like play it every once in a while, but typically I have stopped listening to like the toxic music. I'm just gonna keep it a band sandwich because I want to decide what happens in my world. And when I am constantly hearing over and over and over again, pop that, do this, and pop what? Like you can add, if I say pop that, what am I saying? You could say one, two, three. There's so many ideas that come to mind. And when we're replaying, or like I get lonely, or life sucks, and all that type of stuff over and over and over and over again, it impacts your experience. It impacts my experience. And I don't like how it impacts my experience. I don't like being stressed out. I don't like being afraid and in fear. I don't like being scared of stuff. I don't like feeling guilty. I don't like feeling sad. I don't like feeling super emotional. I prefer just a cool vibe and a great time. More reasons to smile. And what I've noticed is that when I'm listening to a lot of certain songs, I don't even have to say which songs, it's obvious. When I'm listening to certain things, my life is more challenging. I am more moody. Like, stuff impacts me more. I'm more upset, more susceptible to like ignorance. That's why I stopped paying attention to what's going on in the gossip world and all that stuff. I just choose not to experience that because I don't want to be involved in that. I don't watch the news. I don't want to be involved in certain things. And so I just don't. And it doesn't affect me. It doesn't impact me. And I'm a lot better off because of it. That includes people too. If I'm not afraid to establish a boundary, and I'm not afraid to not talk to certain people anymore. If you are not serving me, if you don't serve a purpose, you don't need to be around me. And more importantly, I don't need to be around you. And it might be not even like some people it's physical, but some people it's not even physical. It's just what it is. It's not like I'm not actively around, but if I don't want to engage in certain things, I don't have to. And what I've noticed is my life is a lot better when I don't engage in certain things. Someone's like beating a drum, but I don't have to engage if I don't want to. And that's where my control comes from. I'm in control of that. Just because someone is upset or irate, you don't have to be upset too. Just because they feel a type of way, that's on them. Just because someone has a snippy attitude doesn't mean that you have to get upset because they have a snippy attitude. And, the music, over and over again, it does impact. If you keep hearing, Nook, if you buck, and I was like, playing, like really going in, but like, and I'm not saying it's bad, but just, this is my perspective, is that when you, let me think how I'm gonna put this. if that's what you keep hearing and you keep listening to stuff that's talking about fighting, you will be more likely to get in an argument than if you don't, because you are actively planting in your brain fighting, 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 fighting. So now I listen to classical music because there's no lyrics. I listen to certain music like Oshun, those there's two ladies from DC. They own it. I also listen to this group. I don't remember what their name is, but they're two sisters, and they have a song called "We Are Deathless." Whatever happens, oh, hey, we are deathless. It sounds like that. I listen to them on a regular basis. I will say though, I do like Pop Smoke. Oh, I know. She wanna woo me. She wanna woo. Oh, that's my kind of. She says, I like it when you can find me a power so I can let up. Oh, goodness. I like Pop Smoke. So sometimes I do take a Pop Smoke hit, okay? I do. However, for the most part, I prefer to keep certain lyrics out of my head, because then they're not impacting me. Because just because you don't know something doesn't mean it's not impacting you. Like, you don't know how the planes work 9 times out of 10, and if you do, okay, great. But you might not know how the plumbing works. That's why you gotta call a plumber. You might not know how the electricity works. That's why you gotta call an electrician. You might not know how certain things work. That's why you gotta do certain things. You know what I mean? You might not know. So at the end of the day, you decide what happens. You might not know. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't impact you. Just because you don't know that the music, or you might disagree. You might be like, well, it's just music. Okay, well, how's your life? Are you happy? And if you are, great. Great. And if you want something different, you got to change something. And a simple thing to change is the music you listen to, the shows you watch, the content you consume, what you do on the daily basis. How, if you have tasks you don't like to do you play subconscious programming in the background so that you can get in your zone and reprogram your situation? If you're tuned to the right frequency, every opportunity and every single thing that happens, you will be able to use for your advantage. And that's alchemy. That's turning bronze into gold. That's alchemy. Being able to, in any situation, make it serve you. So, I don't know if I said this in this video or in a previous video, but if you are able to do something boring, like if you have to count a whole bunch of stuff and literally all you're doing is counting, you can be playing your subconscious in the background. And if you're somewhere where you can't put it in your ear, you can be saying it to yourself. You can literally just chant, I have everything I need and everything I could ever want. And just keep saying that. I have everything I need and everything I could ever want. Just say it in your head. I have everything I need, everything I ever want. I travel. I have already traveled around the world. And just say it. Just say it in your mind over and over again. I have already traveled around the world in extreme comfort. I have already traveled around the world in extreme comfort. I have already achieved financial independence. I have already achieved financial independence. I have already achieve financial independence. And that's what they say, fake it till you make it. Just keep replaying those things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And the more mundane the task, the better. If you're someone who's working on the line and all you do is take the chicken pack from here to here, that is the perfect time to program your mind intentionally. The absolute perfect time to do so. Take full advantage of that. That is the perfect time to reprogram your mind when you are doing something that is boring. And if you have to do it anyway, instead of listening to music that's gonna make you sad and angry and complain and whine and moan, that's what you're gonna experience. But you don't have to. You don't have to complain about how boring something is. Take advantage of that and reprogram your mind. Every single situation you can choose to reprogram. Play it while you sleep. Play it while you sleep. You can make one that's 3 minutes long and play it on a loop. And I think perhaps the less phrases you have, the better. Because then those will get... So even if you just have one phrase that you say over and over and over and over and over again, and you just put that on a loop, it will impact you. And you can play it to some... You can go in GarageBand, make some beats. You can put that beat, the beats. You can put the beats and put some positive music, put some of that energy that you want, and just listen to that. Replace it. You don't have to just listen to a boring, you are this, with nothing. You can make your own. Make some hip-hop affirmation. Shoot, make your own. Because it's impactful to hear it from others. Absolutely. And it's super, super impactful hearing yourself tell you, because if you hear someone else say it over and over again, eventually it will click. But if you hear yourself telling you that this is what you've already experienced, your subconscious mind's going to believe that stuff. So I did do this? And it's your subconscious mind to catch, and your conscious mind, they have to catch up with each other. Your subconscious mind is creating what's happening in your conscious mind. So if your subconscious mind is like, wait a minute, I did all this stuff? Wait a minute, what? I did this? I did this. I did do this. Boom. And then it happens. And then you do it. It happens. So if you keep playing that, and eventually it will start to help get those intrusive thoughts out. Everyone's talking about intrusive thoughts. It will help you ignore those thoughts. So instead of inviting them and welcoming them into your space, you can just be like, I don't even know what that is. I started doing that with songs. Like if a song comes in, I'm like, I don't even know that song. I don't know that song. I don't know that song. And then I'll like capture the beat and put some new words to it. This is a song. So if I hear that song, like I get like, I don't even know that song. What song was that? I don't even know. So yeah, we have more control here because there are a lot of people who work those line jobs. There are a lot of people who work in places or who spend a lot of time listening to music. That's a lot of time to reprogram yourself. There are a lot of people who have a lot of time to watch reality shows. That's a lot of time to program. So yeah, G, it's what else can you say? And so, yeah, G, that's all I gotta say, man.